Hey there, it's Jenny, and I'm going to lead you through a simple full body practice that's going to hit all the major joints. You can do this from seated on the floor, or you can sit in a chair. So modify and do what feels most accessible for you. So we'll begin by sitting nice and tall wherever you are in the chair or on the ground. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. And then let them relax down. Your eyes can be closed or gaze down toward the floor. And just let yourself arrive. Start to notice where you're feeling your breath happening. And take a moment to greet yourself exactly as you are showing up right now. Bring online your kind and open curiosity. Remembering that as we recognize what's here and allow it to be, it doesn't always mean that we like it. But when we drop the resistance, we are allowing the life of the moment to flow through us, which can help eliminate much of the suffering we experience. If you haven't already done so, start to make your breath a little slower and deeper. Inhaling into your low belly, then the ribs, then the chest. And exhaling slowly enough that you can really sense a letting go. Scan the body for any areas of habitual tightness or tension. See if you can soften those places just by bringing the awareness to them. Imagining the tightness or tension simply floating in awareness. Recognizing what's here and allowing it to be just as it is. With your next inhale, go ahead and fill up completely. Hold the breath, sip in a little more. Cleansing, clearing exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Push all the breath out. Do that 2 more times. Big inhale, filling up completely. Hold at the top, sip in a little more. See if you can soften around the expansion. Still holding the breath. And then big cleansing, clearing exhale. Let it go. One more time like that. Big breath in. Hold at the top, sip in a little more. Cleansing, clearing exhale to release. Letting go, letting go, letting go. And as you're ready, blink your eyes to open if they're closed. We'll transition to Dandasana, so sitting with the feet out in front, and I will show you from the side. So we'll extend the legs all the way out. And please find something to sit on here, whether that's a blanket, several blankets, a pillow, a bolster, if not a chair. So you could do most of this from a chair, so please modify as needed. And just begin by anchoring the fingertips down alongside you and slightly behind to open up through the chest and the shoulders. And as you do that, we want to keep the front ribs hugged in, sitting nice and tall. Eyes can be closed or gaze down. Long, deep breathing. Inhaling into the low belly, then the ribs, then the chest. Exhaling slowly enough to sense the possibility of letting something go. And continue sitting nice and tall. Continue with long, deep breathing, and just begin to bend the toes and spread. So we're curling the toes and then spreading them nice and wide. Keep breathing as you do this. Few more rounds, curling the toes and spreading. Good. And then come back to neutral, relax the feet. Slight flexion so the toes point up, and then start to point and flex through the feet, working the ankles here. Keep breathing. Good. And then back through neutral, circle your feet. So you can either circle the feet toward one another or circle them in the same direction. Yogi's choice here. Keep breathing, sitting nice and tall, whether you're in the chair or on the floor. Other way around with the circles. Good. And then back through neutral, sit nice and tall. Pause for a moment, shoulders stacked over hips, ears over shoulders. Just notice your feet. See if you can feel an increased quality of presence or even subtle signs of aliveness, maybe not so subtle, tingling, vibrating. Just feeling the feet from the inside out. Very good. And then cross one foot over the opposite knee. Hold onto the foot here and begin to circle, manually circle the foot with the hand. Other way around. Still breathing. Back to center, switch to the other foot, crossing over the knee, holding on to the foot with the hand, manually circling here. Other way around. Good. Back to center. Hug the right knee in, hold behind your knee. Bend the knee with the foot lifted off the ground, and then use your exhale and kick the foot. Inhale to bring it back. As you do this, try to sit nice and tall, extending the chest toward the leg. Good. Bring it back to neutral, and then circle from your knee down. Still breathing, other way around. And then bring it back, extend the leg out, draw the other knee in. Start by exhaling, extending the leg, inhaling, bringing it back. Sitting nice and tall, trying to take the shoulders down and back, chest lifted. And then circle. Other way around. Good. Back to center, release. Bring the right ankle over the left knee, or as an alternative, you can just bring the foot to the inside of the thigh. If you're on the ground, if you're seated in your chair, you can just take the foot further forward and walk the foot that is on the ground further forward as well. So this is half butterfly. I just want to focus on holding the position and sitting nice and tall. Even pushing gently down into the knee with your hand. Good. And then use your hand on the knee, lift and lower. Again, this can be done with the foot on the inside of the leg as well. Still get the same benefit. So do what feels most accessible for you here. Keep breathing, steady and rhythmic. And then release. Cross the other foot over the opposite knee. And just begin by holding the pose and sitting nice and tall, half butterfly. And again, modifying with the foot on the inside of the thigh if that's more accessible. And gently pressing the knee down toward the ground. Big inhale and exhale. Really good job. And then lift and lower the knee here using the hand. Good. Bring it all the way back. This time release into full butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees are wide. So from here, you can have a blanket under your hips, like I've got here. You could even have several blankets stacked up or even a big bolster or pillow. Lifting the hips higher will help elevate the hips over the level of the knees and will make these seated positions even more accessible. So from your butterfly, we're just working to gently press the knees down toward the ground. You don't even manually have to do it with outward force. You can just do it with your engagement of the muscles and really focus on sitting nice and tall. I know just sitting in this position can be challenging, so starting there, letting that be where you focus. Feeling where the shoulders stack over the hips, ears line up over shoulders. And really getting serious about this practice of recognizing what's here and just allowing it to be, even if that is something that's uncomfortable or some kind of challenging emotion or thought pattern. Just recognizing that through whatever series of events have unfolded throughout your lifetime. This belongs. And when we can accept what's here, we can start to unravel it. When we're in resistance, we get stuck. So just accepting what's here, even when we don't like it. Very good. And then circle your upper body around the tailbone, keeping the spine nice and long. Even if this range of motion is very small, it's okay. Just work with where you are. Keep coming back to the breath to support you other way around. Very good. Come back to center. Sit nice and tall. Bounce through your knees a little bit. Big, big inhale through your nose. Cleansing, clearing exhale through the mouth. Good work. Come back to stillness with your knees. And then transition into any seated position of your choice. I'm going to come into Vajrasana, so sitting on the flat feet. You can be here and you can modify in several ways. You could sit with a block under the hips to elevate slightly. You could also sit with a blanket under your hips. So you could take the blanket here and place it underneath the hips and sit like that. You can also be in high kneeling, so here with the hips completely elevated. And you could just be in easy pose or seated in a chair as mentioned earlier. So please find what works for you here. We'll work into the hands and arms. So the seated position is not actually all that important, just that you are comfortable. So go ahead and extend the hands out in front of you. Make a fist with the thumbs out, and then inhale, spread. Exhale, make a fist with the thumbs in. Work back and forth here. Thumbs out, open, thumbs in, open. And see if you can close your eyes and really feel this one from the inside out. Instead of relying on external visual cues to know where your hands are or if your thumb is in or out, see if you can really take your attention and focus inside the hand and move back and forth here with that kind of presence. Couple more. Keep breathing. Good. And then release. Shake the hands out. And take the hands out in front. Arms are extended, palms face forward. And then just point the fingers down so the palms face back toward you. Good. And then turn the palms up and down. Fingers point up. Fingers point down. And just do your best here and breathe. And then bring the palms facing forward and circle through the wrists. Other way around. Keep breathing. Good. Bring it back, shake it out. Rest the hands for a moment. You can close the eyes or gaze down. Just check in. Notice what's here. See if you can let it be, just as it is. All right, so blink your eyes open, come back, arms out in front, and then turn the palms up, bend the elbows, touch the shoulders, and then extend. So working hands toward the shoulders and then extend, focusing on articulating the elbow, flexing and extending, and breathing. And even though these are simple movements, really putting a lot of intention into them. We can make it as powerful as we like based on how much of our presence we apply to these simple practices. Good. And then release, extend the arms all the way out in front, palms face forward, and start to circle from the elbow. Keep breathing. Other way around. Simple things done with great intention can be very, very powerful. Good. Shake it out. Big inhale, even bigger exhale. And then bring the hands to your shoulders and circle here. Movement can be big or small. Offer what you need. Other way around. Keep breathing. Meet back in the center. Big inhale. Even bigger exhale. Release the arms. Oh, shake it out. And then just let the hands rest where they feel nice and easy. Shoulders relax away from the ears. And then take them slightly back while keeping the front ribs hugged in. Heart is lifted. Start to work the chin side to side. Keep breathing. Good. Meet back in center. Take the ears side to side. Again, meet back in center. Tuck the chin to chest. Lift the chest to the chin. And then slowly lift the chin through neutral and up without crunching the back of the neck. Work down and up here. Meet back in the center. Chin is neutral. Big inhale. Even bigger exhale. And then tuck the chin to the chest, lift the chest to the chin, and start to work side to side here, just making the bottom half of a circle. Working at your own pace, finding the range of motion that feels really good. And the next time you come back through center, stay, lift the chin back to neutral. Big inhale and exhale. Really good job. Pause for just a moment. Let your breath be its natural rhythm. And just notice how things feel here. As you're ready, blink your eyes to open. And again, we'll come to sitting in an L shape. And you can modify this by sitting in a chair. If you're on the floor, remember, lift your hips up as much as needed to make this accessible and to elevate your hips above the height of the knees. So if the knees are bent and that's as far as you can extend, then go ahead and lift the hips up above that level so that you can straighten them. And again from here, hands alongside you. If you can reach the ground, do so. Chest is lifted, spine is long, heart is open, and just long, deep breathing here. Next inhale, blink your eyes open. Bring the hands out in front. We're going to imagine that we're pulling a rope. So inhale, lift one arm up, follow the hand with your eyes, and then exhale, pull that imaginary rope down. Create your own resistance here. So inhale, follow the hand up with your eyes, not the head. Exhale, draw it down. Again, follow the hand with the eyes. Inhale, exhale. Just moving the eyes here, not the head. Inhaling up, exhaling down, creating your own resistance. Sit a little taller if you can. One more on each arm. And then just relax the hands down. Sit nice and tall, eyes closed or gaze down. Notice your breath. And then with your next inhale, take the arms wide. With an exhale, twist one hand to the opposite foot and find a little fold, hinging from your hips. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist with a little fold. So just doing the best you can here. You can make the twist bigger or smaller. Same with the fold. You can increase or decrease range of motion as needed. One more on each side. Good. Bring it all the way back to center. Interlace the hands out in front of you. Arms are straight. And then, like you're stirring a big pot, keep the arms straight and just circle. Find a rhythm of breath that feels supportive. Focus on keeping the spine long, hinging from the hips, even if this range of motion is small. Good. Other way around. Sometimes we have to acknowledge that as we are opening the body, it's somewhat like chipping away at the concrete that has built up. That doesn't happen quickly. It's going to be a much easier process when we can be a little bit softer and kinder to ourselves. Good. Meet back in the center. Big inhale. Exhale, release the arms down. Just pause for a moment. Notice the breath. Notice what's here, what's bubbling up. Can you allow things to be just as they are? Simple, but not always easy. Good. So blink the eyes open if they're closed. This time, bring the arms alongside you with a bend in the elbows. We're going to imagine we're rowing a boat. So reach the arms forward, fold forward a little bit, and then draw the arms back. Create your own resistance here. So really feel like you're rowing through, even imagining mud. So trying to pull through mud. Strong through the arms, intentional in the movements, even though they're simple. Simple things done with great intention can be so, so powerful. Good. Other way around. So you can make this more about opening through the chest and shoulders, strengthening the arms. You can make it more about opening through the hips and the legs. You can do a little bit of everything. There's a lot happening here. Just doing your best. Keep breathing. Meet back in center, release the arms down, big inhale and exhale. Oh. Just let something go. As you're ready, blink your eyes open. We'll transition to a squat or malasana. So a couple ways to modify this. If you need to be in a chair, you can have a chair. So you can sit, take the knees wide, and work here. If you don't need the chair, we'll come into malasana, your level. So lowering down, hands can support you on the ground or they can be at your heart. And our goal is to keep the feet fully connected to the ground. That means the heels as well. If the heels start to lift, lift your hips until they anchor down. Even heel toe the feet a little wider and see if that helps. And then lower back or hold as needed. Couple rounds of breath here, just holding in malasana and breathing. Allowing the pose to do the work. You don't actually have to do anything but be fully present right here, right now. One more big inhale and exhale. And then interlace your hands in front, extend the arms out. See if you can inhale, reach the arms up. And like you're chopping wood, exhale, bring the arms down. Just do your best here. Again, this can be done from a chair or an even higher squat. So you could be here. And bring it all the way back, hands to the heart. Big inhale and exhale. Alternatively, hands can be on the ground to support you. Couple more deep rounds of breath, just being with what's here. Very good. So release your hands down either to the ground or to your ankles. And we will straighten the legs, lift the hips all the way up, and come into a forward fold. So finding the amount of straightening in the legs that creates a nice stretch for you. Big inhale. As you exhale, come back down into your squat. See if you can keep the arms on the inside of your legs. And then exhale, do it again. So straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, lower into your squat, whatever that looks like for you. Working back and forth with your breath. A few more. Find your own pace. Good. Bring it all the way back to Malasana. Hands to the heart or on the ground to support you. Big breath in, even bigger breath out. And then release your hands, push your hips up. Turn the feet to parallel and very slowly roll up to standing. Take your time, head is the last thing to stack. Eyes can be closed. Feel where the hips stack over knees, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Just notice your breath. You might also notice your heartbeat. I can feel mine pounding a little harder after that. Just acknowledging these signs of aliveness and letting them facilitate an even deeper presence. As you're ready, you can transition all the way down onto your back. So find the path that feels effortless and easy, lying all the way down. And traditional Shavasana is on the back, but you could also be on the belly, on the side, take legs up the wall. If you're on your back and you need a little extra support, if the lower back feels uncomfortable here, you can place a rolled up blanket under your knees or even a bolster or a cushion. You could also just bend the knees and let the knees lean in toward one another. Wherever you are, find whatever shifts and adjustments will help you feel very, very settled in. Let's take one more big inhale through the nose, even bigger exhale through the mouth. And with that exhale, let go of any remaining effort in your body. Let your breath be its natural rhythm. There is nothing left to do here. So give yourself this beautiful gift, allowing yourself to simply be, resting in your natural state of being. And just know that it's the tendency of the mind to wander. So, whenever you notice that you're lost in the trance of thinking, just kindly bring your attention back to your breath, back to the sounds you're hearing, sensations you're feeling. And this is the practice over and over and over, resting back into being. And staying just as you are, make your next breath a little bit deeper. Let the breath be received into a softening belly. Follow that with another deep inhale and exhale. And then very slowly start to invite small movements back into your body. You could reach the arms up and overhead and stretch in opposite directions. Rolling to one side, let the head rest on the arm and gently press yourself up, or find some other easy way up to a seat. As you arrive, you can bring your hands to your heart, let your head bow to the hands, and curl the lips into a smile as we seal in our practice here. And thank you so much for being here. Namaste.